We're literally surrounded by invisible connections every single day. Bluetooth, it links up our headphones, our keyboards, our entire lives, really. But what if those connections, the ones we rely on, are way more vulnerable than we think? Today, we're going to dive into some fascinating and honestly slightly unsettling research on Bluetooth security. Okay, so just a quick heads up on where this info is coming from. It's all based on a massive research report called Wireless Attack Vectors from Virtualization Options LLC. Now, this is actually part 2 of a 10-part tutorial. And we're doing this for informational and educational purposes only, because the full report itself, well, that's classified as internal only. So today, we're focusing on exactly what's in Chapter 2, the vulnerabilities of Bluetooth. All right, let's talk about Bluetooth's hidden risk. I mean, we all use it, right? Probably every day, without even giving it a second thought. But this report we're digging into really shines a light on a hidden risk that comes with all that convenience. So, how big of a deal is this really? Let's take a closer look. The report just puts it perfectly. It says that Bluetooth creates an extensive attack surface. Now, what does that even mean? Well, think of an attack surface as all the possible doors and windows a hacker could try to get through. And with Bluetooth, that surface is huge. And as the report points out, it's a weak spot that gets overlooked way too often. And this is where the sheer scale of the problem really starts to sink in. We're not just talking about one device. It's your phone, your smartwatch, that wireless keyboard you're using, all those smart home gadgets. Every single one is a potential weak point in this gigantic interconnected web. So, if this risk is so real, how does an attack actually get started? It's not like what you see in the movies with frantic typing and flashing screens. No, the first step is actually pretty subtle. It's all about scanning the airwaves. It's a process called reconnaissance, just quietly mapping out the digital environment to see what's out there. And this brings us to a really common misunderstanding. A lot of us will put our devices in non-discoverable mode and think, okay, I'm invisible now. But the report makes it super clear that this isn't a perfect shield. Sure, it stops a casual scan, but dedicated tools can still pick up on the faint signals your device is giving off, even when it's not screaming, hey, I'm over here. All right, so once a device has been spotted, what happens next? You might be picturing some kind of top secret government-level tech, but the reality is, well, it's a lot more ordinary. An attacker's toolkit is often made up of hardware you could buy online and open-source software that, frankly, anyone can get their hands on. The report points to 2 main tools. On the hardware side, you've got something called the Ubertooth 1. You can think of it like a super-powered antenna that's designed to sniff out or intercept Bluetooth signals. Then you've got software like the BlueZ Stack, which runs on Linux, and that's what's used to make sense of all those signals, turning a bunch of raw data into actual, useful information about what devices are nearby and what they're up to. Okay, I get it. After hearing about all the risks and the tools out there, it's pretty natural to feel a bit exposed. But here's the good news. You are absolutely not helpless. The report also lays out some very clear, very practical steps that you can take to seriously strengthen your defenses. You see, the key here is being proactive. It's about creating layers of security. Keeping your device's firmware updated is like patching up known security holes. Disabling features you're not using, that shrinks your attack surface, giving attackers fewer targets. Regularly checking for weird, unauthorized pairings is basically like making sure you haven't left a digital backdoor wide open. And, for really sensitive data, sometimes the best defense is the simplest one. Just use a wire. And that really brings us to our final thought for today. In this world that we live in, just filled to the brim with invisible signals zipping all around us, it's worth taking a moment to ask yourself, just how secure is my personal space really?